Take it away, Ayen.
Well, thanks, Shaka. Election fever swept across Rwanda and Kenya over the past week as President Paul Kagame was re-elected in Rwanda. But in Kenya, citizens are awaiting the final certified result from the Election Commission. Well, this leads us to our question of the week, which asks, following the elections, which country, Rwanda or Kenya, will have the best long-term future and why? The long-term future depends on both the leadership and the governance of each country. And we have another tweet from Emmanuel Kachele. He says, Kenya will have a bright and long-term future. In Rwanda, citizens are greatly moved by a one-man show. Well, now to our comment of the week from Facebook fan David Onserio Munda in New York, who writes, I think Kenya has the best long-term future depending on how the country's political institutions manage the August 8th elections. Its elections are characterized by free, open, and vigorous debate, which led to a tight race between the two main presidential candidates. Meanwhile, Rwanda has been disappointing because the environment for the opposition to challenge the incumbent is non-existent. The more opposition voices are muzzled in Rwanda, the more its leader, Paul Kagame, will use intimidation and force to keep winning 99% of the vote. Well, let's go to another Facebook comment from Moses Imidu in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. He writes, how is it possible that for the last 13 years, Rwanda has failed to form a formidable opposition party? Is it a case of the government suppressing the opposition and never allowing an environment where people can participate freely in political activities? Well, that is a great question for the panel. Before we get to the panel, let's go to our last Facebook comment from Mamadou Berry, who writes, since the genocide, Rwanda has improved in development. When a president stays long in power, it doesn't mean that he is a dictator. When we look at the good record of President Kagame, he is far better than many other presidents in Africa. We need strong leaders that will put the interests of the people first. A very interesting round of comments. Now a reminder that we appreciate all of the audience feedback, so please keep them coming. And if you're a new fan, drop us a line at africatv@voanews.com.